Caribbean Connections TV will bring the Caribbean and its flavors to our viewers in a fresh, vibrant way that will entertain as well as educate. It's your direct connection to the Caribbean experience. Caribbean Connections TV.
Buckle your seatbelts. This is going to be an exciting, fantastic, energetic, soul-stirring ride. So don't you move. It's Paradise Hendrickson here for Caribbean Connections Television, and I'm here sitting with Pan Am medalist, S.Vincent and the Grenadines, Kineke Alexander. It's a pleasure to have you here on Caribbean Connections Television.
Thank you.
Well, for many reasons, because you're such a wonderful person, wonderful talented person, but you're also Vincentian like myself. So we Vincentians are so proud of you. Do you realize that?
Yes.
So let's start from the beginning. How did you start? Find the passion for running.
I've been running a long time. It's just today I was talking to my mother and I was like, do you know that it was 20 years ago in 1995 that Edward Coombs got the first medal, and that's when I started running. I was under 9. I started at the CUT Games, and that's when the first time I wore the colors for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So that's been in me from then, and I wasn't the best, and I kept working at it. As a teenager, I kept working at it. Most people, they dropped out, but I kept at it.
So you had a passion for it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I lost a lot of races, but it just propelled me to do my best each time.
Well, that's very inspirational, because you lost a lot of races, but you just continued at it because you had a passion for it. So did you imagine that you would be here sitting with a medal on your chest?
When I ran my semifinals on Wednesday, then it occurred to me, Kineke, you have a chance. You have a chance to be on that podium, and you deserve to be on that podium. And I did. And I did go on that podium, so I'm happy.
Okay, so you can see your future and you just go for it.
Yes.
Okay, so was it hard to get sponsorship, after school?
When I finished running school, I didn't get a sponsor because I got injured out of school. So the times that you would need to secure a sponsorship, I didn't have those times. So even now, I don't even have a sponsor. And I'm 29 years old, and most people, they don't want to sponsor a 29-year-old. But I'm still out there, and I'm still doing it.
Well, you know what? That's all going to change. That's all going to change from now on, because you have made us so proud. You've made the country so proud. So let's go back to the race itself. That was so intense. Oh, my gosh. Everyone was sitting on the edge of their seats. Okay? So tell me, what was going through your head at the beginning before you start to run?
I went to my warm-up. I got there kind of late, but then my head was in the game still. And then I was there with my coach. And before I went in, I spoke with my coach, and we went over our strategy and everything. And then I got in my race, and I was just focused on getting out and trying to finish strong, because the day before, I was in the heat with the American, and then she passed me at the end. So my goal was not to let her pass me again.
Yes. Pan Am Games history tonight. Final of the women's 400 meters. Baisden in 3, Wembley in 6. Two 20-year-olds with designs on gold in Toronto. And they're away in the final of the women's 400 meters as they go through the bend for the first time. Baisden already making up the stagger. So is Wembley. Wembley running very strong along the outside. Coutinho, the veteran Brazilian, also looking strong down the back straight. Alexander of St. Vincent in lane number 5 has moved up in the stagger as they go through the bend at 300 meters. Kineke Alexander now with the lead. running past the Jamaican Gordon and all by herself down the straight. Look at this display of sprint prowess. Is she tying up, though? Can she hold on? Alexander St. Vincent now giving way. Here comes Bazin, the American, in lane number 3. And the other American, Wembley, at the line. Oh, tying up. It is Bazin, followed by Wembley as they overtake Alexander of St. Vincent. Finding a great finishing kick, Kendall.
So I went in the race thinking, I need to get out and stay ahead of the Americans, basically.
Do you meditate? Do you pray? How do you get into that headspace?
I pray. A lot of praying. Yes, a lot of praying.
Okay, so you're in the race now and you're running, right? And you're going your fastest. What do you think when you're going? Like, do you think about the others behind you or beside you, or you just focus like on your goal?
When I run a 400, sometimes you're in your zone, but you have to be aware of what's going on. So you might be you might be on the outside lane or the inside lane. It depends on where you are. And if you're like, I was in lane 8 for the semi-final. I didn't have anybody to pace, so I was out there. I was waiting for somebody to come. I was waiting. I didn't see anybody, so I was like, oh my God, am I going too fast? Did they call a false start? Am I running the thing? So yeah. So it depends on where in the race you are. And then I was in the perfect lane. I love either lane 4 or lane 5 because you get to see who's in front of you and who's behind of you. So, and the people in front of you, they're the ones who's going to push you. And you always have to be aware of who's coming behind of you because you never know, they might do a sneak up like what happened in my race. So, yeah.
In your peripheral, you always have to...
You have to be aware. You have to be aware.
So what happens when... Okay, now you think it's only you and you're wondering where everybody else is, but then you see the Americans coming up behind you in your peripheral. What are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking I can't say it on in the interview, but I'm thinking I need to get my ass across the line before them.
Adrenaline starts pumping and you go faster?
Well, you try to go fast. You try not to lose your form. Because sometimes if somebody rolls upon you, then everything goes haywire. You lose everything that you thought about. So you try to hold your form and try to finish as best you can.
Because I'm trying to get into that space, because a lot of us will never know what that feels like, to be running and for our country and coming out with a medal. So I'm trying to get into your headspace and see what were you thinking? What does that feel like? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Were you energized?
You mean when I got my medal? Or when? Like before the race and stuff, sometimes you get nervous because you keep playing it over and over in your head, like, oh my God, like you can see yourself on that podium. Because that's where you need to see. You need to see yourself in first place. And you're not going to settle for anything. So once you visualize that, then that's what you go, then that's what you try and work for. But it's a good feeling. Like once the race is over, whether you're a first, second, or third, you're like, oh my God, I just got a medal. I just did it, and it's a really good feeling.
Is that your personal best, the time?
No, my personal best is 51:24. Okay. Yes, but this is my season best.
Yes. So now you have your medal. Like, you have to touch it. Don't be afraid to touch it.
I've been touching it all day.
So do you have any family up here? Like your mom is up here?
No, my aunt is up here.
Okay. So
yes.
Your mom's in where? Where's she?
She's in St. Vincent.
Your mom's in St. Vincent?
Yes.
Okay, so when you made that phone call, and you told, I guess she was watching it. Was she watching it? Tell me about that.
Well, when I called her, she's like, oh my God, I wish I was there. Because if I was there, I would say, because my nickname is Kitty. So she said, if I was there, I would say, run, Kitty, run, leave America to come here, run. She's very funny, and she's always supporting me and always motivating and trying to, get me to be at my best.
She must be really proud of you, just like all of us, like super proud.
Yes, she definitely is.
Okay, so what can we expect from you? Like, what are your goals now?
Well, for the rest of the year, I have 2 track meets. I have the NACAC Championships in Costa Rica. Okay. I think it's the week of the 8th and the 9th. And I'm running the 200 there. So I haven't done a lot of 200s this season, so I'm trying to work on my speed. So I'll be doing the 200, and then I'll be going off to Beijing for the World Championships towards the end of August. So hopefully, last World Championships, I was able to get to the semifinals, and Vincent haven't done that in a while. So hopefully this year I can get to the final and get on that podium.
And you have sponsors for that to help you out with that?
Well, I'm hoping now that I've gotten a Pan Am medal that I will be able to get some sponsorship.
It's time for us to help out athletes like you and artists and stuff, our country to get together and our people to help us. Because you're doing this on your own to represent us. We need to, put some force behind you and help you to achieve that goal to make us proud as Vincentians, right? And as Caribbean people also. You don't have to be Vincentians to support her. Look at her, she's amazing. Okay, so is there anything you'd like to say to your fans, to Vincentians, to athletes out there?
Well, I'd just like to first say thanks to everybody in St. Vincent who have been supporting me throughout the years. And I just want to say to the youngsters, don't give up. No matter what people say, they could say, oh, you're scrawny, you're weak, you can't do this, you can't do that. Don't ever believe what people say. Believe what's in your heart, and you can achieve if you believe.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Wait. So I'm actually going to feel this for the first time. Okay, this is heavy. It's like a 6-month-old baby here. It's really heavy. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my, do you know where you're going to store it? Well, I guess it's braille at the back too. Oh, nice.
Remember, they're going to have the paraffin.
Yes, that is beautiful. Oh, love it. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So, Pan Am, weren't you proud of our girl?
Our girl was fantastic.
All of them.
All the time with them.
I know.
I was rooting for the girls, and I actually feel that we should do a lot more to support her as she prepares for Olympics 2016.
Yes.
In fact, I started this ball rolling by donating $1,000 to her.
I heard that. That's amazing.
I just wanted to make that when you can put that as a lucky $1,000 that can multiply into a few more thousand.
Why don't you challenge all the other Vincentians to donate more?
Yeah, I think we should. When we see some talent, we have to spend money and develop that talent. And sometimes we have to lead from the front and put our money where our mouth is. And if I can do it, you can do it. So let's help her to develop for 2016 Rio Olympics. Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Waiting for. Get up and subscribe the show over.
Be in Connections TV.